What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former WBA welterweight world champion, Cuban star boxer, Yordenis Ugas, has some very choice words for two guys he's very, very familiar with. Yordenis Ugas is now 27 wins, 5 losses, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout. One time in his career, he's knocked out, 36 years of age, 5'9" with a 69-inch arm reach, okay? Yordenis Ugas, he has some very choice words for his last opponent in undefeated, unified 3-belt WBC, WBA, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely considered top 2, if not number 1, but definitely top 5 best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, and Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr., who is 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He is 32 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Errol Spence, he just fought Yordenis Ugas April 16th, Arlington, Texas, AT&T, Dallas Cowboys Stadium, in which he dominated the fight, broke Yordenis Ugas' rib, nose, and orbital bone, won a 10th round TKO victory. Okay, and Yordenis Ugas also have choice words for undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning WBO welterweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be the #1 best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Terence Crawford. 38 wins, no loss and no draw, 29 big wins by way of knockout, 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. Yordenis Ugas, he fought Terence Crawford a few times in the amateurs, and according to reports, he beat Terence Crawford a few times in the amateurs, okay? And so Terence Crawford and Errol Spence make for the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. It's an undisputed welterweight showdown. It's the most anticipated fight currently as it stands in the sport of boxing, okay? And Yordenis Ugas is not happy. After his fight with Errol Spence, it seemed like it just made sense that Terence Crawford, okay, and Errol Spence would face off against each other for undisputed. And it's not going to happen this year. And Yordenis Ugas is not happy about it. And he says that he's ashamed that it's not happening, and that he's blaming both Terence Crawford and Errol Spence for this fight not happening. Okay, and he stated that, you know, it's a shame, it's a letdown to the fans. Okay, it's a disappointment to the fans. Okay, and he stated that, you know, everybody should be ashamed that this fight is not coming to fruition. Okay, and I agree with Yordenis Ugas. You understand? Because this is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. And, you know, these fighters, Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence, they fought April 16th in Arlington, Texas. Okay, April 16th. Errol Spence has stated, you know, that prior to his fight with Yordenis Ugas, they was already planning and working on a possible showdown with Terence Crawford. Right? And yet, 6 months later, we still have no resolution and no announcement. That's April 16th. So you say the rest of April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That's six to 7 months. Okay, they had to negotiate, and he said that they were already planning on this before the fight even, with Yordenis Ugas even happened. So if they were planning on this all that time, it shouldn't take 6 months to get a announcement and get this fight over the hump. Okay. And Yordenis Ugas, he said this is a disappointment for the sport of boxing. It's a disappointment and irresponsibility to the fans, and that, you know, something needs to be done. And I agree 1,000%. Okay, I agree 1,000%. Okay, that this is an absolute shame, right? That we are not seeing this fight happen. It is definitely irresponsible to the fans. It's disappointing. It's deflating. Okay, and it's definitely a letdown, because there's no way or rhyme or reason as to why this fight is not happening. And then we have Terence Crawford, who came out and he stated that he was willing to take 65-35 split in favor of Errol Spence. No back end money, no guaranteed money, right? To secure this fight. Nobody has ever come out and debunked Terence Crawford. Not a single soul came out and said that Terence Crawford is making up a story when he said he was taking and agreed to take such a less split to make this fight happen. Not a single soul came out and said that. Nobody's come out and say, not Steven Espinosa, Showtime president of sports, not legendary retired Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer, former pound for pound king, pay-per-view king, now promoter, founder of Mayweather Promotion, Floyd Mayweather himself, who comes out and lays the blame on ESPN boxing analyst Mike Coppinger, who Mike Coppinger reported that the fight was close to be done. He responded to that and said Mike Coppinger putting out false information, but no response about Terence Crawford saying he's willing to take 65-35 less split. And then when you think about this, right, because you gotta take this into consideration. Floyd Mayweather said that the PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman. Al Heyman is a big brother, mentor, father figure, business partner of Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd Mayweather said, if you sign to Al Heyman, you sign to Floyd Mayweather. Right? So essentially, Floyd Mayweather's like the spokesman. So if that's the case, when Floyd Mayweather responds and talks about everything else, why doesn't he address Terence Crawford? Why hasn't anybody asked him about, more importantly, why hasn't anybody asked him about Terence Crawford saying he's willing to take 65-35 split? If Terence Crawford is willing to do all these things, if he's willing to take such a less split, he's willing to take no back end money. If Terence Crawford is willing to do all these things, what exactly is holding up the fight from coming to fruition? If Terence Crawford is taking no guaranteed money, 65-35 split in favor of Errol Spence, all of these things Terence Crawford is willing to do, right? Then why isn't the fight happening? And it was being reported that the fight wasn't happening because Terence Crawford asked to see the books. He wants to see proof of funds because, see, Terence Crawford is working off commission, right? Depending upon how the fight sells and the ticket sales and things of that nature, then Terence Crawford to get paid a percentage based off of that. So Terence Crawford wants to know when it's all said and done and it's all a wrap. Terence Crawford wants to be informed just how much and how well the fight did or didn't do. If it did 750,000 pay-per-view buys, he get a percentage off of that. If it did 100,000 pay-per-view buys, he get a percentage off of that. That's how he's going to get paid. So he wants to know the exact number as to what the fight is going to do. So when he finishes, he knows if he got the right amount of money or he didn't. What's wrong with that? He's the one stepping through the ropes and risking it all for our entertainment. Now, he gets paid handsomely for doing so, but he deserves to get paid handsomely. Terence Crawford is 50% of the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Without Terence Crawford, there is no biggest fight in the sport of boxing. He's 50%. He makes up for 50%. And from what I'm hearing, also Errol Spence is in the same boat. That he's not going to receive any back end money or guaranteed money. So he's too working off commission. So he too should be concerned and want to see the books to make sure. Imagine if it did 2 million pay-per-view buys and they tell Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, yeah, well, it did 450,000 pay-per-views. And we're going to pay you based off of that. Not saying that they will or won't. But this is business and you can't be too careful. So imagine if they say, yeah, we're going to pay you based off of that. And you accept and walk away, yet they made 2 million pay-per-views. I'm not saying it will do 2 million pay-per-views. I'm hypothetically speaking. But imagine that to be the case. Imagine that to be the case. Right? So how could Terence Crawford be blamed for wanting to be careful and wanting to be informed. He shouldn't be. And all parties involved should be ashamed of themselves. And somebody, your favorite platforms that have a conversation with Floyd Miller, have the ability to have a conversation, ask him, well, what do you think about Terence Crawford saying that he took a 65-35 split and everything to make this fight happen? If that's the case, then what is the holdup? If Terence Crawford is making up a story, then somebody needs to say he's making up a story then. Period. But I agree with Yordenis Ugas. It's an absolute shame, and it's a travesty, and it's a disappointment, and it's it's irresponsible to the fans. Period. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like your shady videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.